Actually, what I would like to do before the first presenter comes up is just to go around the room. You can say your name, um, something you're really good at, a gift you have that you share with people, and then what you hope to get out of today. And then we'll start.
And what you do.
Julie.
Of course, I'm first. I sat in the wrong spot. Hi, everyone. I'm Julie Cummin. And what do I do? A lot of different things, but nothing in specifics. And what I'm good at is talking, pretty much. Not presenting per se, but just talking. And what was the other part? What I hope to get?
Yeah.
Okay, so my main thing, I guess, would be practice in speaking in public would be a good start for the day, and just connecting and sharing this energy with everybody. Just being in the room is enough for me.
Elizabeth, of course no. I'm a massage therapist, but I do more visceral manipulation, so it's rebalancing the fluid between the brain and spinal cord, or the craniosacral, sorry, that's it. So it helps with migraines, headaches, concussions, whiplash, but also visceral manipulation helps with people with like autistic kids and just being and like people who've had surgeries and more like cancer patients and all different things like that. So I think it's just a lot of energy based stuff, so I think it's just trying to connect with different modalities and kind of trying to get back to my holistic approaches, because I kind of went downhill for a little bit and had to get my health back into order. So
Love it.
What are you hoping to get out of today?
I like to always be around positive energy and vibes and
Definitely
Yeah.
in the right
Yes.
place. Sure. Yeah, welcome.
yeah.
Question, have you read The Body Keeps the Score?
Oh, see?
Kind of sounds familiar, but I'm not sure if that's the one I'm thinking about.
I think it's the one you're thinking about.
Is the front like someone's back?
Yes.
Yeah, okay, yeah. So, yeah.
Because you're like doing the work that book talks about.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
That's really cool.
Hi, I'm Toella. I do, like Julie, a few things, but how do I pay the bills, I guess? Yoga, I'm a yoga instructor, so I have my own business. I go to retirement homes and I go to schools. So that's like the kind of formal part. I love working with community, and so I do a lot of work with the ACOMI and the Congress of Women and the Council of Black Women. And I just love bringing people together and love like warm people and energy. Met Amina through another friend, and spoke so highly of her. So I just knew, and then we met, and we've been just like, I just adore her, and I'm so grateful for the opportunity, and I'm glad to be here. What do I hope to get out of this? Just more time with Amina.
I received that.
And to meet more people like her, right? Like this is her circle, I'm assuming, and so I'm sure everyone has a really good heart, a really big brain, and has really purposeful and intentional, and so I'm just happy to be here. Honestly, I'm just happy to be here.
Yes, thank you.
My name is Erwin Buchert. I am an entrepreneur. I am very good at breaking down complex things and simplifying them for everybody to understand. And one of the things that I also do very well is push people out of their comfort zones. And so with that in mind, I'm here to learn more about embodying the wellness, and specifically I'm hoping to learn some stuff about the financial gain, what we're talking about in that, and also the relationship aspect that I know Amina's going to touch on, and then there's the wellness and how to tie it all together. So with the what's the word I'm looking for?
Energy.
Energy, thank you.
Whoa. Too funny.
And hi, I'm Madeline Allen. I'm an artist.
Make you sweat.
These artworks you see in here in the whole building are mine.
Oh, the art.
And it's been a real ride this past year. This guy's been a big help in my life, that's for sure. Julie, Amina, everybody in here. I connected with them all a few years ago, and it's been something in the beginning that got me to this point of this past year. And then when this opened up and we were all here again, it was like my heart was just singing almost, right? I'm going to be 70 years old, and what I'm doing is coming back into the business world, so to speak. And with that, of course, there's a lot of learning that I never thought that I would ever get into. And whenever I get stuck, there's always somebody I can ask a question to, or have someone show me something, right? So this is a whole new part now today. I'm here to listen and learn what else is going on, because I haven't had a lot of time this past year to spend coming to a lot of meetings other than my Saturdays. I try never to miss. But this is great way to end the weekend for me, and just take away whatever blues in my head. Thank you.
Thank you for being here. I'd also like to point out that Erwin has been a tremendous support for, and one of the main reasons that this event is even happening. So,
Yes, yes. I don't think any of us would have done this without him.
yes. And Julie and Tuella. Okay, without further ado,
Okay, yeah.
I will
Let's
announce our
present.
first speaker, Tuella, the yoga instructor speaking on physical wellness. Thank you. Hello.
Hello. I was deciding if I should do like slides. Did have handouts that I forgot, realizing now, but that's okay. We'll keep it pushing. So we'll keep it more of a conversation, be less formal. I want you guys to come away with like just little tools that you can use every single day. I feel like one of the biggest barriers with physical health is it seems like a job. It's like another thing I have to do. Like I have work, I have maybe kids, I have my pets, and then I have to work out, and then I have to do yoga, and then I have to eat well, cook something healthy. It just seems like another thing to do. And so I think just integrating it into your life any way that you can goes a really, really long way. For example, never, ever, ever waiting. I'm never waiting. If I'm at an airport, red light, take some time, do a breathing exercise. It doesn't have to be super complicated. It doesn't have to be fancy or anything. I'll teach you some, which you can do on your own, like alternating nostril breath. More intentional, but instead of like cursing and hating the red light and like gripping the steering wheel, why don't you just fall back, see how many deep breaths you can take. Maybe 5, maybe 10, maybe 15, and then go about your day. It doesn't have to be super stressful. One example, my nephew, not actually my nephew, my friend's kid. I have a niece now, so I have to, not taking this, right? Not taking the spotlight from her. She's the only one in that generation, so she deserves that. one of my best friend's kids. I watched him a lot when he was little. And so he was playing video games one day and he was just gripping the controller and he was just so mad. And I'm like, Say, what's going on? He's like, well, I just really want the game to start and it's taking so long. I was like, well, you see the little circle? He was playing like NBA 2K. I'm like, you see the little circle going around? I'm like, how about you take like an inhale when you see the circle go halfway and then an exhale the other way around. And then I just saw him just and then he starts to soften. And then even now, like I'll see him and he'll just be sitting. You can tell he's really, really mad. Like, I just need a moment. I need my breaths. And then he'll go away and then he'll just, right? And so it doesn't have to be another job or anything like that. It could just be something that we integrate into our lives. Like what I do with senior ladies in the retirement home, some men too, but we do a lot of chair yoga. Yeah, and so if we work at an office or depending on what your life is like, there's a lot of stretches you can do in a chair, you can do in an airplane, and so you don't need to even stand up or do anything. You can even do some like sneaky stretches while your boss is right in front of you and go about your day, right? And so, you wanna try some stretches?
Yeah, girl.
Okay, so,
I love the chair work.
so we'll just start. I'm gonna make sure you can see me. Come to the edge of our seat.
Not on these chairs, be careful, girls.
Yeah, watch these
Oh,
slip
these
out from
are
under
rollers.
you.
We're rolling,
Yeah,
right?
you'll be sitting on the floor doing it.
Let me get a
There's your
roller.
balance, and careful.
Yeah.
What's
So
the
we're on the
balance?
same.
Like I did.
It's all good. Oh, it happened to me too.
Let's start with some cat-cow.
Cat cow.
Cat-cow. So we're just opening our chest, opening our spine. Inhale, lift your chest, lift your chin, lift your heart, look up, breath in. And breath out, dome your back, look towards your belly. Squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. Inhale, lift. Exhale, dome. And if you're comfortable, you can look down, close your eyes, soften them. Inhale, lift. And exhale, dome. And we'll add our arms. Inhale, arms widen up. Exhale, bring your hands wide and just fold, touch your toes.
You can feel the chair moving. You can do it.
Exhale, fold. Just one more, inhale. And exhale. And then we'll come up. It may be a little bit tricky with the rollies, so I'll ask you to sit back and maybe get some grip.
Yeah.
And we're just gonna shift side to side.
Oh, without moving the chair?
That's okay if the chair moves. We're having a little bit of mobility. Just a little bit of motion in our hips.
In the hips.
Yeah, and just loosening. If you're sitting for a few hours.
I'm sitting.
And then we'll come to a figure four. And so just one ankle over the other.
Uh-oh. This one I don't know about. Okay.
My back.
Oh, it's been a while.
Bring our hands widen up. And just come forward as much as you can. No need to pull, no need to stretch. And we'll take about 3 to 5 breaths here. Soften your shoulders, soften your chin. Just one more inhale. And exhale. Come up. Sides. Yeah, so whatever you can, even if it's just like across.
Okay, I can do that.
Inhale, hands widen up. Exhale, fold. So when you're breathing, think of sending your breath wherever you feel the tension. Right? And so the main goal with yoga is we're creating space. It's really that simple. You want space in your body. We'll take one more breath. Inhale. And exhale. Come up. Widen our legs, come to the edge of your seat. No skirts, right? No skirts? Okay.
That's why I'm under the table, nobody looked down.
Not today.
Not today.
Got pants though, but. So we're gonna do horse. And yeah.
Oh my God, you go far.
Lower your chair a bit, it'll help.
No,
It will.
There you go. That's the easiest thing I've done all day.
Yeah, so we're hoping to add space in our bodies. So whatever we're doing, if we're sitting, we're walking, presenting, we're just feeling more physically comfortable in our bodies, but more importantly, space between our thoughts. So slowing down that monkey mind and being more intentional with what we're thinking, how we're speaking, and how we're perceiving life. So take one hand on each side. Inhale, lift your chest. Exhale, right shoulder, left knee. Inhale, center. Exhale, left shoulder, right knee. One more time to each side. Inhale. And exhale. Oh yeah, breath in. And breath out. Center. And we'll do last little bit what's called a seated sun salutation. And so we'll start.
You heard that? Note to self.
Inhale, hands widen up. And exhale, fold. And just pick up your right leg, knee to chest, inhale. Exhale, lower and fold. Left knee in, inhale. Exhale, lower and fold. Hands widen up. Let's do that one more time. Fold. Inhale, right knee to chest. Exhale, fold. Inhale, left knee to chest. And exhale, fold. Hands widen up. And hands down. And just get to our feet. Right leg up and down. Left leg up and down. Right leg. Left leg. Right. Left. Now we'll do both. Yeah. 2. Yeah, it's a little bit of core work. 1, stay up. Point your toes and flex them back. Point, flex, point, flex, point, flex. And lower back down. We'll just shift side to side. And yeah, we'll pause there for now. Talk a little bit more. But you can always sneak in some stretches, some breathing exercises whenever you feel like. You can be bored at work too. It's an 8-hour day, right? Depending on how things are going, if you ever need to. But I'd like to hear from you guys. Like, what would you say you do for yourself right now to take care of yourself physically? Start with you, Miss Julie.
Not enough of that. I do stretch and I do exercise, but I guess I'm babying certain spots too much because that wasn't easy for me. So I do definitely do breathing exercises. I love your waiting piece. I always say don't wait, meditate. So breathing exercises. But yeah, I have to do more of whatever that just was.
Is that in your space?
Yes, open.
I definitely like this chair exercise. I think it's really great because I actually, where I work, I'm always in my chair a lot. So this is, I like how the part where you said, like, you know, sneak it in when you can. So like, that was a really, that was a nice reminder. So I really like that. Since I've been doing my aerial silks, I've been doing a lot more. Yeah, it's very intensive. Like it's a lot of upper body, a lot of back, a lot of like leg, like, ugh. So like that's a lot. So I find like even like days later, I'm very. In fact, that's why I got this bruise. It came fresh from yesterday.
Where
But-
do you do that?
The Prairie Circus. It's off of you just keep going down to Portage. It's off of Berry Street, I believe, and then yeah, it's just right down there.
That's so cool. Are they the ones that had like a performance? They have like a performance.
They probably do, cause like it's got the space for it. So yeah, yes.
Do you wanna maybe say what aerial silk is, if you don't know?
Sure. I can actually demonstrate via my
Please.
phone.
I was gonna say first, and I'm like,
If you guys had the silk, I
was
would
gonna
put
say,
the pants
something
on.
like that.
I would put the pants on because it's a lot of. But here, I'll show you my routine that I just did yesterday. Maybe I should, oh, see, I could have chromed. I could have chromed it.
She could Chromecast.
Okay, maybe I'll chrome it on my other time, but you know, but maybe I'll just kind of. Sorry, I'm gonna learn to Chromecast it. That way you guys can all see it.
I saw.
But maybe I will send it on my computer.
I feel left out
You know
now.
what silk?
Don't worry, I will show. No, seriously, I will show it on my
Like
thing. I will show it.
silk work, like silk,
You know,
like
No, no, no,
t-shirt
it's printing.
printing,
No, no,
but
no, no,
it's-
no, no, no.
Yeah, I've
This
seen
is
it.
far
It's
more
incredible.
intense.
Like,
Let
not
Jerwin and
gymnasts,
Maddie see
but
it.
like
You know what I'm
it's
gonna
like in
do?
sheets,
What is my
but then they're
return
like
here?
hanging
I'll let you
up
look.
and like rolling and.
But yeah, that's what I
Yeah,
do
those
with
are
silks. So you just like you're a little bit the
Yeah.
silks are in the air. You're doing a bunch of stretches and moves.
Stretches.
So it's a
Cirque
lot.
du Soleil.
Yes, it is like Cirque du Soleil.
That's
It
what she
is.
does.
Circus
Yeah.
Soleil,
I've
okay.
tried that.
That was just yesterday.
Oh, wow.
Right?
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
That's amazing.
It is amazing.
It's wild.
Very
Mhm.
cool.
I'll try
It's like
that with
monkey
yoga,
bars,
but it's
but
a
like
lot
sheets.
more restorative. Like having.
Here you go,
Yes,
and, like,
thank you.
butterfly in the
Yeah,
habit.
you do that. Seriously, exactly. You do these moves. You do these moves.
I wanna
So I
try
should.
that.
Me, the Spider-Man with shoes left.
Oh,
Oh my gosh.
With the wings and the butterfly.
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah,
really?
I've done it. Yes, I've done it.
Definitely a pants thing.
Hello.
Oh, it's Shelly.
All right, thank you. I wasn't sure if it was upstairs or downstairs
No,
or
it's
where it is.
Welcome.
Feel free to have a seat.
Oh,
Sign
yeah,
in.
that's right.
Just hand
Thank
it
you
over.
so much.
I'll just push it over.
Thank you. I'm
God bless you.
good. I'm good.
Welcome.
Shelly and our presenters, Tuella.
Hello?
Say hi.
You just
This is
sign it right there.
presenting.
You a hugger?
Oh, yeah.
You?
Perfect, yeah, just go ahead and then you can have a seat.
We'll do introductions afterwards. Just so.
Yeah.
I just wanted to, that way you.
Okay,
Yeah.
sorry for being late.
No, take your time. No, it's all
Okay.
good. And feel free to have like food and stuff. You just missed the chair. Besides just asking us what part.
Okay, we'll carry on.
Yes, exactly.
All right, Miss Lizzie.
I do a massage, chiro, I like to do a facial here and there. But yeah, I try to do stretches in between, but like I still think sometimes you get lazy. So like going from someone who used to dance, do boxing, jiu-jitsu, used to be a runner, and then now I don't do any of it. So kind of got lazy a little bit. So getting back into working out and all that stuff is kind of going back slowly.
Would you say lazy or time?
Maybe it's also time too, but
Or is it like lack of interest? Like I'm just curious what made you, because those are really like high active. That's not like a restorative yoga, like you're boxing, right? And like dancing.
yeah.
Yeah.
I think it was after an injury, so
Understandable.
Yeah.
Thank you for sharing. What kind of dancing did you do?
I did hip hop, jazz, contemporary, ballroom, so bachata,
Oh my gosh.
salsa,
This is the
All
dance.
all the
Everything.
hundred
swing.
Everything that I can't do anymore. I love it.
I love that we were able to do that in Phoenix, so that was fun. But yes, what I do for my physical wellness, there are times where I'll be active, but then weeks will go by and I won't be active. So one thing that I found really helps me, especially when getting back in, just putting the intention on taking some time to just sit on a mat and just stretch and feel better in my body, because I wanna like go to the gym, work out and sweat and all that and body goals, but but I know I'm not gonna be consistent with it right away. So one of my hacks is to find like challenges on YouTube. So whether a 14-day or 30-day, 10-minute morning, or like just 10 minutes a day. And the cool thing about that is everything's laid out. I just literally go click the video, and just 10 minutes, that's it. And it's guided, so that really helps me. And what I'm doing right now, it's when I graduate from that, sometimes, honestly speaking, I won't go through all of them. Like now my body will be a little bit more used to moving and like crave more of it. So then I'll switch it to, okay, let me do like a 10-minute HIIT workout. So I'm sweating a little bit. And right now I'm just doing, today's day 5 of 30-minute HIIT workout. So that's kind of how I build up into it, and I find that it keeps me more consistent than when I just like, okay, I'm gonna go hard, I'm gonna work out today. I'll be sore and I'm like,
I don't wanna.
So yeah.
I love that. Very relatable. Me right now, I can actually kind of relate to both of you. I used to play basketball super competitively and just did that for so long. Injuries, and then got into yoga, right? And then started teaching yoga, but I was teaching hot yoga a lot. Love hot yoga, but if you're doing like power classes, like 2-3 times a day, a lot of injuries that started coming with hot yoga too. And so kind of fell off and then started lifting weights. But with weights comes the soreness. And so I'll go from like 2 days ago I felt really motivated, spent like 3 hours, and now I'm really feeling it, you guys. Like I have no more interest in wanting to work out. Like and so finding something that works. Like sometimes I'll literally take a blanket, not even my yoga mat, just a blanket and some pillows, roll around on the floor in front of the TV, and that's my yin yoga. Like your body's gonna tell you what you need. If you just lie flat, you'll feel where there's tension, where there's things, right? And once you feel that, get into a pose. If you need some ideas, just like there's some general things, right? If your hips are tight, you can do this stretch. If your back is tight, you can do this stretch. Those were the handouts. Okay.
Oh, shoot.
I can email them to you guys.
Yes, please.
That's okay, but just finding what works for you and not, once again, making it more of a thing. So I love that you do the challenges, because I'm also about community, and that's what kept me consistent and got me into yoga, was a 30-day challenge at a studio. And so for 30 days, me and one of my best friends, Pushpinder, we went to the studio, and he was like, I bet you at the end of this, you're gonna become one of those yogis. And I'm like, no way. Here we are 10 years later.
Wow. He was right.
Ooh, yogi.
Funny.
And so really, truly just finding what works and being as consistent as you can be, but definitely not making it a chore, and then definitely not beating yourself up about it. Because then comes that monkey mind, right? And then, oh, I'm not good enough, or oh, you didn't do this, so just give up, or you're not a good person, so just give up. No. If it's 5 minutes today, more than enough. If it's 10 minutes tomorrow, more than enough. If you need to take a day off, there's nothing wrong with that. But doing something, anything, is better than being stagnant.
I know for me, one thing that also helps me to get on and do it is thinking of it less as, okay, I have to get on the mat and do this, but more of a, okay, my body's been doing so much all day. For example, yesterday, I was at organizing a friend's baby shower. It was a lot of work, and I had a full day of just going, and then I had to prepare for this. So I got home at like midnight.
Oh my gosh.
And I was extremely exhausted. I hadn't done my day 4, which was yesterday, and thankfully it was just stretching. So it's like, okay, I'm tired, I'm exhausted, but this is the one moment for the next 20 minutes. I'm just gonna sit and give my body a break and like let it recover from all of that. And this is your time. You've done so much and now you get this moment. So that always helps me as well.
Absolutely love that. And that's the other thing I really appreciate about yoga is I feel like it helps you reconnect with your true essence. And so we'll do a breathing exercise at the end of this, but what I encourage people is to just move in any way that you like. Like in yoga, the poses are called asanas, and that's just like an active way to shift the energy. So you did your asanas, like you were running around all day, right? That's more than enough physical activity than anybody would need for a day. Slow down and just take time for Amina. Just sit down, let go of all those roles, the responsibilities, all that shift, and just sit and reconnect with your true self. And that's adding that space between the thoughts, right? And just taking that time. And also, I love that you said giving yourself a break. I feel like you should be right here with me doing this presentation. Giving yourself a break, because think of how your muscular system is. It's holding up your body the whole time, like 24/7, doing work. Yoga, even just lying down on the ground, completely relaxing. Yeah, just give your body a break, give your mind a break. Breathe, turn on a guided meditation. Like, I cheat a lot with my meditations. Every morning, every night. No, seriously, like, I'm sure I have more than enough training and tools and stuff like that, but Spotify has a really, really good NLP meditation. I turn that on every single morning. I don't get out of bed without doing it. Before I go to bed, every single night, I turn it on, I read my books, and that's how I end it. But we do have all these tools and stuff, so it's easier. But more, give yourself love. Like, life is so hard, and I'm like, no, honestly, like, every single day we're getting beat up in different ways, right? So just take that time for yourself, be intentional about it, give yourself a break, give yourself a little bit of love.
Okay, me, I was very active as a kid, played a lot of soccer, and then as a young, I guess when I was 18, 19, I took up martial arts. I did martial arts for many years, but then I had a severe injury, and I left, and then I gained a lot of weight. I actually went up to like 245 or something like that, and then I joined the gym, and I lost it, went back down to 180 or 190 or something like that, and I'm stable between 190 and 200 now with weight, and I feel good. And I don't do a lot of intentional workouts now, but I am fairly active. I am very active most of the time. So for me, that's not a big challenge. One of the things I find is actually helpful for me is just lying when I get home, just lie flat on the floor. Like we have a baby mat on the floor, a little sponge baby mat. Just lie flat on the floor, or however I feel like lying, and my children just crawling over me. Like it actually helps me. It helps me relax. Yeah.
It also pushes things and stretches things when you're crawling on you.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
So.
Yeah.
I'll start with, I've just come through a very difficult few years with my husband passing away, and during that time I went from 197 down to my last doctor appointment. I'm down to 158, which is amazing. I'm happy about it. I have much more energy now, and I push myself every day. I'm very active. Many things on the go. When I'm not working physically at something, I'm on the computer, and when I'm on the computer working, I have a very hard time because of an accident many years ago. I had a disc removed, and now my spine is narrowing, and I'm on medication for that. And there's certain ways I can move, and I know what they are, and I try not to move that way if it's being negative. But Holy God, The worst thing, and I know some of this may be my own fault because I'm not drinking enough water throughout the day when I am very physically doing whatever. And, but I cramp. I woke up night before last with Charlie horse right from the back of my knee right down to my toes were going like this, and then to try and stand up and walk that out. There's times when I have to grab my cane at times to, to do that, but, my doctor says I'm doing really well. He thought maybe by 10 years ago I'd be in a wheelchair already, but, no, not if I got anything to do with, so I stay very physical with things. I walk a lot. Anything that comes up where it means I'm stretching and moving, I'm doing it. This summer, I live in a 55 plus, and they decided they wanted to, we have a forested, like small forested area outside our block, and because there's no smoking in the building, they wanted to have a new smoking center put in outside. So I volunteered to lead that, and I was quite surprised, actually. I don't know if you girls know what the old wheelbarrows were like, the steel ones, they're about 75 pounds. And I was wheeling that more than halfway with quarter down and wheeling it from where it was dumped into the forested area to create. I had some help, yes, but I needed to see myself where I was, because I've always been loved doing physical things like that, right? And I just thought, holy smoke, after that first day of doing all of that, I'm not gonna be able to move for a few days. I had a good night's sleep. I woke up in the morning, I didn't feel like I did anything like that the day before, and it was just like, holy smoke. So I was quite surprised at that. I should get something that's measuring how many steps I'm taking in a day, because I'm sorry girls, I'm 70 years old almost, and I think I can outdo any of you. I have a 40-year-old mindset, and I will not play into this, oh, I'm older, I shouldn't do this, I shouldn't, bullshit.
My
Excuse
great
me.
grandma Blue used to say, "You the mover, you die," and she was 112.
Yep.
See, there you go,
And
100,
that's
she's gonna
my-
be 100 that week.
I tell everyone, what you think is what's gonna happen. I think I'm going to be 100 years old at least before I pass. And, yeah, so I do everything I can to keep my mind and body as well as I can. There's always been a worry because of, in my family, there's only 2 of us left out of 9 kids. And, most of my family ended up having dementia. And so that, of course, when my husband was diagnosed in 2020, it was another bring back for me. Okay, Maddie, you got this in your family too, so keep your mind active. And that's the one thing that's there the most, and my driving force beyond doing physical things, keep myself going. And every little ache and pain, I don't take a pill for it. So that's about it for me.
I'm truly sorry for your loss.
Thank you, thank you. It was this past year, he passed away a year ago, September 2nd, and this month actually was hard to get through because it was our anniversary month. But I find that with the support that I have around me, it's not been as hard. And I've come into what I started doing 8 years ago was painting, and that now has come full circle around to where so many things, I'm not just painting now and putting my paintings onto high-end leather products, and getting ready to launch that pretty soon, and, yeah. So I have a lot on the go, and I feel great, my mind is in a good place, and, you know, it's amazing when something bad in your life happens. Other good things replace those things if you look and be mindful to yourself and to others. And
Perspective.
yeah, thank you.
Yeah, so, did you wanna share, we're just going around sharing what we do for our physical health?
Well, last night I just came off a church concert. The Pilgrim Baptist Church celebrated its 100th anniversary. And was the main musician at, they had their event at the Delta Hotel downtown. So, it was very nice, well attended event, and, you know, by many dignitaries and stuff, and I was just you know, so I get the exercise my upper body that way. But, yes, in the last little while, I've, yes, put on weight. And I've been wanting, of course, to really learn how to manage my weight. So, I'm thinking about, opening up a Fit for Less membership again. And then beyond that, I've just been thinking to slow down a lot of other things that I've been doing. And just, so my work schedules are changing, and, which is good, and that will open up more time and space for me to really focus on it. And so I think that's good, and, to me, I like the part where you mentioned very much about, the mental, managing the mental faculties, which is to me really great. So anything that's you work on meditation and mindfulness, I think that's awesome. And then of course when I'm at home, I will work on my Nintendo Wii. So that's also good. And I also play in a Caribbean band. So do backup vocals and play keys. And so in terms of fitness in that's musically I do that. So but yeah, I do want to grow from that and to do other things.
Yeah, and I'm just gonna take a minute. The three of you mentioned weight, and kind of like in a negative context. And I'm just gonna speak about my own experience with weight quickly if I can. I hate looking at numbers on a scale. I think it's so detrimental. Like it's so detrimental. It could be a good guide, but it could also be very, very detrimental. And so coming from an African background, we don't talk about the weather. When we first see each other, we talk about your weight. And so, yeah, also after basketball, had a terrible injury, gained a bunch of weight, and also moving from Malawi to here, the food is different. Like Burger King, McDonald's, my cheese just tasted so good. Like any chance that I could, right? Just, we never had that. And so gained a lot. All my family could talk about. And then yoga, hot yoga, but also I was realizing this now in a very toxic environment, which idealized the thin body type. And so that's what I push for, very, very push for. Yoga injuries, nobody needs to do 2 hot yoga power classes a day. Like nobody ever, right? That's just way too strenuous on your body. But was searching for that ideal body type to the point where now I'm just grateful to have a good relationship with my mind, body, and with food also, because that also affected what I was then ingesting, how much I was ingesting. Like having that ideal figure became an obsession, and it really took a lot from me. And so I say just health is wealth, and it looks very, very different for all of us depending on where you're at in your life, what resources you have access to. And so don't be so hard on yourself. Don't look at that number. And I still do this. Like a couple days ago, my weight was really low, and I got into my head, and then just started eating like
really high fat content stuff. Why I overdid it at the gym, and right? No, it's all just like a cycle, right? But it takes time. I'm never gonna be perfect. It's always gonna be a work in progress. But the thing that I try the most is not to beat myself up because the world's already doing that. And so, and so I want to have a good home in here and in here for as long as I'm here. And that's all. I brought a couple books here for you guys from a Comey. I know how many of us would be here, but I'll just leave this here. Perfect. Wanna go to the bathroom?
Would you stop
Sorry,
urinating?
Julia.
I could have not.
I work with kids too,
You
right?
hear
So they're always
everything. Even Camille didn't hear that one.
I was too busy trying to work videos. Good one. Anyways, thank you, Tuella. We appreciate you. Thank you for your time and your presentation. We're just gonna take just 2 minutes just for break, so if anyone wants to use the washroom or get our lovely snacks. And then Miss Amina will be presenting next.
If you haven't already, grab a snack.
There's like hypermobile.
Everybody knows where I'm going now.
She hears
Now we
everything.
know.
Yeah, we'll take pictures in a moment, lady. Let me just
Work the heels.
Yeah, work those here.
Is hypermobile the same as like double jointed?
Or should we would double joint it through a
Out of your way.
so they could be easily prone to like dislocations.
I would strengthen first. Yeah. So I would do some weight training. And just like build like some cushion around, right? Yeah, no, I would love to have you do something at a home.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, if you're interested.
Of course I am.
If you're interested, yeah. Also,
Yes.
I don't know what you're doing on the second.
yes.
Second is what it is.
Probably Saturday or Sunday.
If it's a Saturday, what time?
Meals, drink over.
I'll send you like the formal thing.
The Saturdays are usually up.
real estate agenda.
Probably don't work either.
And he's gonna mention it.
Yes,
Definitely.
You and the bear. Yes, so I'll give you a tour afterwards. And then just give you time to get there.
Yeah, they're up there.
But thank you once again for
Friday
coming.
for the breakfast.
But I
I
go
go
back
back to the bar. Nominated for an award.
So pretty much just gonna go back history.
Yeah, I know nothing. I know nothing. I was part of the panel, we're nominated. And
But I can have, like, I can barely
Yeah,
listen.
I'd love to have you. Yeah, you can come. Yeah.
Let me know.
Yeah, I'll send you
details.
Yeah, and just like integrate more with like a Kobe and
Yeah.
Amina and Christine
Very
and stuff. And yeah, like we want workshops like this too, right? And like, shared it for them to share, but I think personalizing it and actually meeting people and connecting, and then they know your soul and looking into your eyes, right? Like,
All the things we
no,
love.
honestly, I like love that title, but
I am terrible when it comes to these heels, Lord have mercy. Do not judge me. That's the
They
whole
look
point.
fabulous
They look
though.
fabulous, but not.
No,
Not practical.
they're doing what they need to do.
Yes, yes.
That's
awesome. Yes. That's why we're doing it.
I need some water.
I got water too.
Just splash me over.
I don't splash you.
you don't.
Okay.
We're going to
compile all
the height
this.
went up. We need to adjust this.
Absolutely, absolutely.
Okay, that's better.
I'm gonna tell my partner that
You
I'm
can-
not Okay, cause I tried to have everything earlier,
Oh,
it's not like we did
Oh,
it
so you
all.
still have to go or something?
She had to leave.
Oh,
early.
okay,
No,
come.
no, I'm not, no, I'm not.
I wanted to present
Oh,
together.
no,
You were something
I'm not
else.
leaving. Amina, I'm not leaving. I was just, no,
Yeah, it was to present together.
Okay, you
yeah.
this one, Julie.
What? No, we're presenting it together.
there's no way I'm leaving. It's just, no, and I think it's just like, I don't know. There's times where you need to stand up for yourself and, you know, kind of put yourself first,
Like I
right?
needed to
Where-
yesterday.
Yeah.
We were just talking about
Sorry. But like I did everything in my power to try to arrange everything
Do what you
before.
need
I've
to
known about this for more than enough time. And so, you know, and it's a barbecue, so if you can't flip some hot dogs and burgers, like, I'm sorry, maybe.
Just in case you have to go,
I'm
please
not
accept
leaving.
this.
But thank you.
As a gift.
I am not
Early
leaving.
gift.
Thank you so
And
much.
this was a book that I was going to also share, but if you want, you can quickly look through.
I'll be right
But,
here.
Yes.
I'll be right here.
Don't worry, I'm gonna expand on that, but yeah.
Yeah, I don't think I'll use that thing there. I'll just show
You know, wing it, do whatever you wanna do, you know?
No, like,
Like
I'll
for
just
me,
use my
even,
notes here, yeah.
even how I'm doing my stuff, like
It's
honestly,
okay.
I'm winging it. I'm like, even though I have the, you know, the
Well, I
flags,
have
but
it.
I'm still winging it.
You want to
Oh, here.
Yeah, maybe I'll just have this,
Yeah, no, honestly, and I also have, YouTube, where I post videos.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, you can just follow along, just simple stretches.
Yeah.
But that's what I'm thinking, and I hate like the Instagram yogi kind of trend too, right? No, it's fine, like I do it too, like,
But
but
these are like just 10-minute workouts usually.
5 minutes.
Oh, yeah, they're like this.
I just wanna
you know what?
feel
What is it?
better. Just working holding up all day, the least you could do is just like stretch it a little bit, so
Yeah.
alleviate it.
It's usually just like do this with the washer.
Oh my God, you broke
I'm
it.
gonna get it.
And the fact that you
I
burned
didn't know you could do that, that's cool. God, these
That
need an
way.
upgrade.
Just,
Great presentation.
Oh, thank
Good job.
I tried to cut that thing and I couldn't, I have to do it on
Go.
the table.
yeah, right? Cause why not?
Snap
Just
this
to
out.
feel, just to feel a
Don't
little
ask-
more fancy.
Don't ask to borrow my laptop.
I mean, they're all the same, so I should be able to just.
Bend it backwards, the
Yes.
flip, the flip,
That's
I
pretty
can't
neat.
even say it.
Is
Flip
that an
flop.
attachment on an iPad or on some kind of pad or something?
It's the laptop itself, but you can take it
Oh,
apart
really?
and it's,
Very cool.
yeah,
Yeah, that is,
very lightweight too, which I so appreciate. Alright,
You won't?
Okay, yeah, this is Julie's.
that's okay, you can,
no, I have another one there too, she can have.
okay, see,
It's all good.
Okay.
Alright. Oh, wait, there's one more.
you have time to.
Ah, this is good.
Yeah.
Oh, I forgot to get a fork.
Hey, Amina,
Yes.
not to interrupt, but in about 3 minutes, I'm gonna go get myself a cup of coffee.
Oh, of course, there's cream too.
Alright,
It's
There
just
is
brewing right
cream
now.
in the fridge.
Did I bring the cream?
there's cream in the
Yeah,
fridge.
there's cream,
for
yeah,
me.
there's
up
cream,
there?
yeah, no, it's right there, yeah,